the fine line between happiness and sadness, the fine line between great days and awful days is a very, very thin line. It's really thin, and like a will, everything can change so quickly. Happy moments can switch in sad moments in a matter of a second. Like the same for sad moments. Everything looks horrible. Everything looks sad. Everything seems like having a dead hand. There is nothing you feel you can do, nothing that you feel you can achieve, and then the wheel turn and everything's changed, and what you felt was a dead hand all of a sudden have a exit, and we don't know if we can actually control it with our emotions. You know, there are so many philosophy that says that the way you feel, it creates your reality. There are moments that I believe that and moments that I don't. There are other philosophies that says that even when you're creating the best reality, you might incur of like road bumps, you know, like sad moments or tragedy that are meant to happen so that you can create the reality that you wish. So it feels to me that whatever you create, good or bad, they needs to have both happy, sad, happiness and sadness, great time, shit times. Yesterday was one of those days, and I am in Eastbourne for work for a couple of weeks, and I was off, and I went for a walk on Seven Sisters. This is one of my favorite walks around here. Probably one of my favorite walks in general here in UK, and everything was amazing. It was sunny, warm. I was in a good mood. I just spoke with my mom that I was in a great mood. Everything was going well. Everything was beautiful, and even the weather felt like was reflecting back to me my emotions, what I was feeling. And I started my walk on the cliffs, just stunning, you know. I went into my head, you know, imagining scenarios with people I love or people I love, you know, just creating stories where everything is happy. So it was like a wonderful, you know, walking, enjoying the view of the sea, the view of the countryside, the view of the ocean. It was just peaceful until I start to think about my brother that did not reply to my messages. We had an important meeting, and I needed him to take my bicycle to the bicycle shop. So I messaged him. I didn't reply, and my brother is not going through. He's going through his own life lessons, and it involves me as well. and his life lessons. Probably I have life lessons to learn from being around him, but it's not easy. And so the thought that my brother again let me down, slowly it started to drag me down. So my emotion from being peaceful and happy started to fade away, so, and replaced by anger, frustration, and slowly, like the happiness and joy and the peacefulness was completely replaced by anger, frustration, and all the story I was making in my mind, where I was creating beautiful story with happy ending, it slowly became stories with sad ending, with anger, with horrible scenarios, until I start to think like, what if I jump? What if I jump from this cliff? And that's it. It would be over. No more pain, no more suffering, no more worry about my mom, no more worry about my brother, no more worry about my niece and my brother's wife, no more worries about me and my relationships. Already years ago, I wanted to end my life. I wanted to end this journey, and I spent hours on the highest bridge in my town, where a lot of people killing themselves, and I spent hours going up and down, in and out of my car, jumping, not jumping, jumping, not jumping, until I did not jump. I did not commit suicide. I just got inside the car and went back home and decided that I needed to sort my life. So it was a horrible combination. Cliff are really sad feelings, really sad feelings, sad emotions, anger, frustration, walking on the cliffs. Horrible combination. So I started to making story in my mind that if I would jump, what I would do if I would jump, and then I feel compelled to look on the side of the path. There was a dead rabbit. Like I've been overwhelmed with horrible emotions. I felt like that's a sign. That's a sign that the thing is wrong. What I'm feeling is wrong. And I think I had the confirmation when a few meters later, a bunch of people was overlooking the cliff, and I made a joke and I said, "Hey, don't jump." And she was like, "No, this is serious. We're looking for someone." So I noticed there was a backpack and a jumper and a jacket, all folded tidily on the top of each other, and I started to understand what was going on. I asked, they told me that they've been there for a while and nobody ever came back to pick it up. So I opened the bag, because I noticed that there was a bottle of water, and then there was a circle made of little stones, in the middle piled up coins. So I started to search in the bag, because if there was money, mobile phone, there was a bad sign. And there was the phone, there was the money, there was everything. There was Oyster card, there was a library card belonging to a girl between 11 and 15, and notes from school. In one notebook there was notes about an artist, and in the other notebook there was some notes about something that felt like she was working on it. Was about an app for people with mental health issue. So like it was an app to try to help those people. A app to try to help those people. And there was a page where there was like a pyramid scheme, where starting with mental disorder and then was all branches reaching like schizophrenia, bipolarism, anxiety, depression. So we called the police arrived, and yes, there was a body down to the cliff. The thin line between happiness and sadness is so thin. You know, I started my journey yesterday happy, joyful, peaceful, like where everything's within myself emanated joy, hope, and then slowly, in a matter of minutes and hours, it all changed, and my feelings started to emanate sadness, anger, frustration, and then tragedies. How thin is this line? It's so thin. I'm not here to decide or say what she done was right or wrong. I don't have the answer. I don't have the answer about committing suicide being the right or wrong things. This is something we can leave to people and religious people. What I feel to say with this video, it's that life is literally a well, and I don't know what we control, but like things can change. You know, everything can be amazing, like a dream, and become a nightmare. But at the same time, a nightmare can turn in a dream. Sometimes in a matter of minutes, seconds. So whoever you are, wherever all of you are, if you keep going in this journey, if you are struggling, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. It will change, because it always does. For the young girl that committed suicide yesterday, wherever you are, I wish you are in peace and learn your lessons.